on her desks that we usually saw her when she's teaching us. So she suddenly calls while one, two, three of the boys' names to get come up to the board, and then somehow I saw them catching a conversation. I don't know what they are talking about. They're talking very small, and I did see that they got a punishment, and it was painful.
What type
And
of punishment did you
well,
receive?
the teacher usually have a big wooden stick, and then she will like slap it on the student hand, but not like only just doing that. Well,
A
a
big
little. Yeah, it was very hard and it gave a red mark on the hand, so it was painful. And I also did hear the teacher laugh about something, but I don't know.
And tell me, did a lot of kids get hurt, or was it just certain kids?
Only some of few. I think it's free, only free, yeah. So they only got red marks on their hand, and that's it, really.
Okay. And oh, so only on their hands. They were beaten on their hands.
Left hand, yeah.
Left hand. Okay. And do you think that taught them a lesson or not?
I don't know, it depends, but maybe, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Jenny. Okay, so today we're going to talk about should skateboarding be banned in public places? What do you think? Should it be banned?
I mean, like, maybe no. If concussion if concussion did come from those are maybe fine because a little bit bruise and that will go away. But if it's like a concussion that lose their life, then maybe sure.
Okay. So let's find out. So some say skateboarding in public places is dangerous. Others say it's not only fun but a right. What do you think? Can you read for us the article?
It's Saturday afternoon. You and your friends head to the park to ride your skateboards. But when you arrive, a police officer stops you. She says skateboarding has been banned in the park and tells you to leave. These days, lots of skateboarders are finding themselves without a place to skate. Cities and towns across the country have banned skateboarding in public places. Many skateboarders think these bans are unfair. They say that skateboarding should be treated the same as any other sports. They also complain that there are there aren't many other places for kids to skate. Most communities don't have skateboarding parks. City officials say the bans are necessary because skateboarders disrupt traffic and bother pedestrians. They also say that skateboarding is extremely dangerous. Every year, thousands of skateboarders injure themselves and others while skating in public areas.
Okay, so let's have a look. So it's Saturday afternoon and your friends head to the park to ride your skateboard. But when you arrive, the police officer stops you. She says, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I wanted to sneeze. But when she says skateboarding has been banned, what does it mean if something is banned?
Like if it's been banned, then the whole community will stop doing it. And if they did do it, then they will be in jail or in the law or something.
Right, that is a good one. Okay. These days, lots of skateboarders are finding themselves without a place to skate. Cities and towns across the country have banned skateboarding in public places. Many skateboarders think these bans are unfair. They say that skateboarding should be treated the same as any other sport. They also complain that there aren't many other places for kids to skate. Most communities don't have skateboarding parks. City officials, who do you refer to as city officials?
Like his officers? No.
Yes, there we go. Well done, Jenny. So city officials said that bans are necessary because skateboarders disrupt. What does it mean if something is necessary?
Like it's necessary mean that we really do need to do it. Is that like that?
It's important. If something is necessary, it is important.
Yeah.
Because skateboarders disrupt traffic. What does it mean to disrupt traffic?
Well, it causes problem and attention to other people that makes sound us or them.
Right? Yeah, so causing a disruption, making trouble, and bother pedestrians. Who do you refer to as a pedestrian?
I don't know.
A person is a pedestrian is a person who walks across the street.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pedestrian. They also say that skateboarding is extremely dangerous. Every year, thousands of skateboarders injure themselves and others while skating in public areas. What do you think? Should skateboarding be banned in public places? Okay, so let's see why some people say yes and some say no. Can you read for us why some say yes?
Skateboarders have no respect for other people. They cut off cars, bump into people, and clog up sidewalks. Skateboarding is also dangerous. Skaters can seriously injure themselves as well as other people. Worse, if skateboarders hurt themselves on public property, they could sue. Local communities just can't take that risk.
Okay, so skateboarders have no respect for other people. They cut off cars. Do you think skateboarders really act like that?
No, I mean, like, not all people are the clone of themselves. Some people have different personality and likes. They only do skateboarding because they just did like to do it, not like cause trouble with it.
And what does it mean to clog up sidewalks?
It's like the sidewalk. So this is a sidewalk. So people who skates go up the sidewalk, and then people who ride cars and stuff might need to stop and waste their time just to see people who skate need to go to the sidewalks. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, so clog up is to be to occupy, so people won't be able to walk.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well done, Jenny. So skateboarding is also dangerous. Skaters can seriously injure themselves as well as other people. Have you ever seen someone on a skateboard who accidentally injured someone else?
Well, it's been a long time actually, so I'm actually forgot.
It's okay. Okay, so can you read for us why some people say no?
Skateboarding is no more dangerous than anything else. Many more people get hurt on bikes every year, and no one wants to ban them. Anyway, with practice and the right gear, skateboarding is safe. Also, if kids can't skate in public places, where can they skate? Wait. People should realize that skateboarding is just another way for kids to exercise and have fun.
Okay, so skateboarding is no more dangerous than anything else. Many more people get hurt on bikes every year, and no one wants to ban them. Anyway, with practice and the right gear, what does it mean, right gear?
It's like the right product or the right craft you have. Wait, what's that name again? I mean, like, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that means right gear is the right equipment for that specific sport. So also, if kids can't skate in public places, where can they skate? So if kids can't skate in public places, Jenny, where should they be able to skate?
Well, they can skate to a place that was built for people to skate. So I guess so.
Maybe a skating park?
Yeah.
Hmm. And do you guys have a skating park for kids?
I never seen one, so no.
Hmm. People should realize that skateboarding is just another way for kids to get exercise and have fun. Okay, now based on what we have read, okay, list 3 points that the two sides of the debate might be. Okay, so you have to think of 3 reasons, okay, why skateboarding should be banned in public places, and 3 reasons why it should not be banned in public places. And you're going to provide me with examples. Okay, so are you ready to debate that for me?
Okay, first one is, well, people might get sued for bumping into things like other people's properties. That's the first one. The second one is they they will injure themselves without, wait, that's kind of wrong. They would injure themselves if they didn't check this the skateboard properly, or some small stuff could get into the wheel and then they will fall down and then hit the head. That's the second one. The third one is, well, the second one is people might actually accidentally fall fall down, yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
And
And can you, on those 3 reasons, can you please elaborate for us?
so first of all, I think that we should ban skateboarders because first of all is they will skate people who skate will might bumping into things or stuff that is other people properties, even though they might they might have a reason to say that, or they just accidentally, well, they actually need to pay for the property. I mean, like, if you imagine that you that other people, and then how much hard work you have gone to for work, and then you have the money to buy stuff you always wanted as a kid, and then somehow some random people just bump into you and then just get away with it without actually paying anything back to you. So I think that even though people accidentally bumped into other people's properties, they might need to pay those because life isn't that easy. It's not like a fairy tale might think. Second of all, is not only we could worry that our property could get, well, broke or just tear down because people skateboarders bump into our properties. Well, we could also be very worried that they might actually hurt themselves and causes bruise on their their body, like their knee or hands, because there's definitely have one. So we all know that even though we are practice, we will be good at skateboarding. But even though that's the good part, some bruises are caused not to our body, and then you might end up in the hospital. So their parents would might get sad. So yeah. And three is, what's number three?
Mhm.
Well, okay. Number three is um what's number three? Oh my god.
It's okay. Take your time.
Okay, so oh, maybe I made a new one. Number three is not all skateboarders are the same as you always think. Because some skateboarders are very nice and very chill about everything. They might just let everything slide, but might probably not when they actually just broke someone's properties. Some of them are very kind and, well, actually understandable to everyone. Actually, I know that some of them might cause trouble by just skateboarding and then just skate their ways out. Sure, but not all of them are the same. So I think that they might just pay back what have they done. And yeah. So
Fantastic. In conclusion,
the in conclusion is I don't think that wait. The in conclusion is skateboarders should be banned.
perfect. Well said, Jenny. That was really good. Okay. So we're going to move on to the next one. Should Olympic athletes be tested for drugs? What do you think?
Maybe
Mm-hmm. And why do you say maybe they should be tested?
because like if an Olympic athlete actually be caught for drugs, not only they will actually be in jail because of drugs problem in their body, it's also cause their brains and well the personality just change randomly and then they just feel bad and their body just feel like less energy I guess so they won't be actually really focused on the lesson they have learned.
Yes. Okay, well said. So now, some say that Olympic athletes should be tested for drugs. Others say this is a bad idea. What do you think? Can you read for us the article?
Faster, higher, stronger is the Olympic motto. Some Olympic athletes will do anything to run faster, jump higher, or be stronger. Lots of times this means hard work, discipline, and sacrifice. Other times it means breaking the law. Some athletes take performance enhancing drugs like steroids or to improve their chances in a competition. In the International Olympic Committee believes
Yeah.
believes that drugs use goes against the spirit of the Olympic. Because of this, they have established a drug testing program. Every athlete who competes is tested at least once, and they may be subjected to more random tests later. But some people think it's the drug tests that go against the spirit of the Olympics. They say Olympic officials have become police officers and that the tests are an invasion of privacy. But they say the worst thing is that sometimes the tests can be wrong.
Yes. Okay. So faster, higher, stronger is the Olympic motto. Okay. So people want to be faster, they want to be better in their performance. Okay. So some Olympic athletes will do anything to run faster, jump higher, or be stronger. Lots of times this means hard work, discipline, and what does it mean sacrifice?
Like they had to sacrifice their life just to win this competition they always wanted.
Okay. Yes. And in other times it means breaking the law. Some athletes take performance enhancing drugs. What is performance enhancing drugs?
Performance enhancing drugs mean like you inhale or you take those stuff inside your body.
Fantastic. So will it make them better?
No. Drugs are bad, so it depends.
Okay, in this case, these ones actually do help them to be better. Okay. So some athletes, like steroids to improve their chances in a competition. The International Olympic Committee believes that drug use goes against the spirit of the Olympics because otherwise it's unfair towards other people. Because of this, they have established. What does it mean, established?
They will take or make a drug testing program.
Say again?
They make a drug testing program.
Mm-hmm. So establish is to find to conduct research and found out something about it. Right.
Okay.
So every athlete who competes is tested at least once, and then they may be subjected to more random tests. What is a random test?
Like any test that you cannot know or guess.
Yes, perfect. And but some people think it's a drug test that go against the spirit of the Olympics. They say Olympic officials have become police officers, and that the tests are an invasion of privacy. Okay, so the invasion of what does invasion of privacy mean?
I don't know how to explain.
Okay, so invasion of privacy is when someone is is basically entering your private territory or doing something that you don't feel comfortable with, especially because you feel it is something personal.
Okay.
There we go. But they say the worst thing is that sometimes the test can be wrong. What do you think? Does drug testing at the Olympics make sense? Do you think they should be doing drug tests at the Olympics?
I mean, it's depend on different type of drugs they're using,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
also the qualities in stuff on how to make those type of drugs they are inhaling too.
Okay. That makes sense. So let's say why some people are saying yes. Can you read that for us?
Drug use among top athletes has long been a problem. Without testing, Olympic competition would be about who uses the most drugs, not about who trains hardest and has the best athletic skills. Athletes who use performance-enhancing drugs are like marathoner wearing inline skates. In other words, using drugs is the same as cheating. Plus, drugs like steroids can kill. Drugs use has to be stopped.
Okay. So drug use among top athletes has long been a problem. Okay. So that means it's been going on for years. Without drug testing, Olympic competition would be about who uses the most drugs, not about who trains the hardest. Yes, because at the end of the day, athletes need to train hard and not try to find the easy way out. It's not about athletes who use performance enhancing drugs are like marathoners wearing inline skates. What is inline skates?
Um, it's like when I don't know how
It's
to
like
explain.
roller skates, like skates with little wheels on.
Yeah.
That's inline skate. So it's like someone is trying to run, but then they're trying to cheat using small little wheels to make them go faster.
Oh, okay.
Which is yeah. So they're comparing it with that.
Can
In
you
other words,
explain?
using drugs is the same as cheating. Do you think using drugs is cheating?
I mean, like, sure, maybe.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So plus drugs like steroids can kill. Drugs use has to stop. Now let's see why some people saying no. Can you read that for us?
Any athlete who tests positive for drugs is banned from the games. Drug tests are usually accurate, but sometimes they show a positive result, even when an athlete is only using something like allergy medicine. Result even an athlete is only using something like allergy medicine. When that happens at the Olympics, an innocent athlete is cheating out of the dream of a lifetime. That's not fair. Unless the tests are foolproof, they shouldn't be used.
Okay, that shouldn't be used. Okay, so an athlete who tests positive for drugs is banned from the games. Drug tests are usually accurate, but sometimes they show a positive result even when an athlete is only using something like the allergy medicine. When that happens in Olympics and an innocent athlete is cheated out the dream of a lifetime, that's not fair. Unless the tests are foolproof, they shouldn't be used. Okay. So, how would you feel if you find out that your Olympic hero had won because of performance enhancing drugs, Jenny?
Well, I will be
How-
fine, but also feel worried if what if they enhance that drugs too much, and what types of ingredients just use that just to inhale that drugs without any co- coincidence or coincidence that you might know that you might die. So I don't really know if I how would I react, but if that Olympic hero had won many performances and they just did it with ease by just enhancing drugs and go on with their life without any using their hardest to just have to win that competition, and their life is just a lie, a bullet lie proof actually. So yeah,
Will you feel disappointed if you found out that one of your biggest heroes in the Olympics used the enhancers, the drugs?
I might be surprised though, but
Mhm.
the whole community and the fan would be more than what I would react. They will go and testing and they will go researching and they need to take a good look of an eye if he actually used that drugs out or not, because I know some of the fans will.
Okay, well said. Okay, so Cheney, in other words, does drug testing at the Olympics make sense? Okay, what would you say? Do they need to do drug testing at the Olympics or not?
No.
Okay, now you're going to think of 3 reasons why, and then you're going to present it to me. Why should they not do it? Why should they not do drug testing at the Olympics? Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, you can start.
So the first one, which I always says in my line, is the ingredients might not be perfect for our body that we actually need it. So that's the first one. The second one is we don't know how much drug inhaler we're gonna inhale before we know that our bodies, our, our looks, and our sound and everything that we used to have are just feel like it's making a difference. So we don't know how to stop. And besides, we always wanted to be like the perfect person to be performance for everybody, especially our fans. So we just don't know how to stop inhaling drugs before we need to actually force ourselves to stop if something bad happens. The third one is you might go on with your life easily like a wind just because you inhale drugs doesn't mean that you go out and go on with your life that easily, because some of the fans might just actually take a good look of their eyes and then just look at how you performance or take a look around just to make sure, and they might actually know immediately if you use drug or not.
Right, and in conclusion,
The in conclusion is athletes shouldn't use drugs.
right, that's the reason why I believe athletes shouldn't use drugs. Well said, Jenny. That was really good. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Should sports teams drop Native American names? What does it mean? What is a Native American names?
People who born in that country and they actually live
Ah,
there.
right. So many Native Americans think these names are offensive. Other people say Native Americans are too sensitive. What do you think? Can you read for us the article?
Okay, but I have a question is that
Yeah.
how many stories, how many opinion, and how many title am I gonna do?
How many?
How many type of title like this in front of me? Like how many title am I gonna do for a lesson?
For each session?
Like for each session, yeah. So I just
3.
learn three. Only
Yes.
three. So this is my last one.
Yeah, this is your last one, okay? So
Okay.
we do 50 minutes per title, okay? So when you prepare, we read about other people's opinions, and then you conclude your own opinion, what you believe in. And
Okay.
that's how we normally do a rebuttal. So we want to see what other people are thinking, okay? What are other people's ideas? What are their thoughts to formulate or to create our own? Does it make sense?
Okay. But I'm only said that because my energy is draining slow. That means I will think not properly.
No, it's okay. Don't worry, Jenny. If you feel tired, you can let me know. You don't have to. I will help you to come up with ideas. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you can always ask me. Okay, so let's have a look. Can you read for us what the article?
So I mentioned you're in charge of a famous sports team. The team has a colorful history and has enthusiastic fans. Then one day, someone tells you that your team name is offensive. He asks you to change it. What do you do? A few years ago in Miami, Indian tribe asked Miami University of Ohio to change its team name. The Miami Indians said the name Redskin was insulting. Miami University agreed and changed it into the Red Hawks. Other schools have done the same, but not all sports teams have willing to change. In Congo, in Wisconsin, Wisconsin, for instance, the high school refused to give up its name Warriors. The administration said they were upholding school tradition and supporting the fan of Wawonko High. They also said the name Warriors honors Native Americans and the role they have played in local history.
Right. So let's break it down quickly with some of these words. Imagine you are in charge of a famous sports team. The team has a colorful history. What does it mean to have a colorful history?
Like a lot different type of color, and if it's colorful history, then a bunch of different kind of history. That's colorful, I guess.
That means colorful means many things has happened, okay,
Yeah.
in their life, and that basically brought them together. So a lot of things happened, okay, and thousands of enthusiastic fans. What does it mean to be enthusiastic?
Me very happy and very excited.
Yes, indeed. Well done, Jenny. Then one day someone tells you that your team's name is offensive. What does it mean if something is offensive?
It's like if someone said rude things about you, you might feel sad or bad about yourself and you really hate that. So that's
Yeah,
called offensive.
hurtful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they ask you to change it. What do you do? A few years ago, the Miami Indian tribe asked Miami University of Ohio to change its team's name. The Miami Indians said that name Redskins was insulting. Okay? Miami University agreed. What does it mean if something is insulting?
It's like insulting is mean like it's kind of very bad and hated. It is a hateful way for themselves or the traditional way in their country. So it's kind of a hateful way for them.
Fantastic. That was well said. And the university agreed and changed its name to the Red Hawks. Right? So like the Red Hawk, you know what is a hawk?
Yeah.
Yeah, bird. Other schools have done the same, but not all sports teams have been willing to change. In Mukwonago, Wisconsin, where, for instance, the high school refused to give up its name Warriors. The administration said that they were upholding school tradition. What does it mean to uphold
Like they
something?
like they hold that and they just hold that forever. Like
Yeah.
just stay like that.
So they to keep it like that, and to not move away from it.
Yeah.
Right. and supporting the fans of Mukwanago High. They also say that the name Warriors honors Native Americans and the role they have played in local history. What do you think? Should sports teams have to change their names? Do you think the sports team should change their name?
Yes, but you cannot just say that that name is insulting to you or your country. You cannot just straight up say like that. You need to give a reason, and you need to give up on some laws and some ways that in your country might think that's offensive. So people will see that understand for, and they will just change it for you.
Yes, perfection. Okay. So let's have a look. So what do you think? Should sports teams change their names? Let's see why some people say yes. Can you read that for us?
Hello, insulting a group of people to protect a sport tradition is ridiculous. This name makes people feel bad and should be changed. It's that simple. Anyway, changing team's name is not that big of a deal. Big a deal. It's not like it would cause them to lose. If the fans are real loyal, they'll keep coming to games even after the team's name has changed.
Right. And let's see why some people say no. Can you read that for us?
Changing the names of sports teams isn't fair to fans. Imagine supporting a team for a number of years only to have its name changed. Sport traditions are important and should be protected. Besides, naming sports team after Native Americans is an honor. If Native Americans feel insulted by names like Redskin and Warrior, they are being too sensitive. Yeah.
Sensitive. Yes. Okay. So hello. Insulting a group of people to protect a sport tradition is ridiculous. These things make people feel bad and should be changed. It's that simple. Is it really that simple? Anyway, changing a team's name is not a big deal. Do you think changing a team's name can be a big deal or not?
Yes, some of the fans will question other fans and then they will make a whole research why.
Exactly. So if the fans are really loyal to, they'll keep coming to games even after the team's name has changed. Okay, not necessarily, but let's see why some people say no again. Changing the name of sports teams is unfair to fans. Imagine supporting a team for a number of years, only to have its name changed. Sport traditions are important and should be protected. Besides, naming sports teams after Native American is an honor. If Native Americans feel insulted by the names like Redskins and Warriors, they are being too sensitive. Do you think people are being too sensitive or not?
It depends on different types of names, and even though this says the reason and the laws for it, the people who owned the name will might actually protect their name, and not only that, they will have a valid reason why, and it's been a tradition for themselves, and they will need a lawyer. Sometimes they will need people judging and some other different lawyer to to inspect them or saying truthful or not.
Perfect. Okay, so now, Jenny, I want you to think, should sports teams have changed their names? Okay, do you want to go, do you want to refute it or do you want to support it?
I mean, like, I'm gonna refute.
Okay, think of 3 reasons, okay? Elaborate and then conclude for me. Okay, are you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
So, first of all, is even though you have a reason why, people who own the name will actually have more of a valid reason why. Sometimes you might lose because, well, the reason are valid, so you're not always right, you know. And second of all is even though it is very it is very hurtful and feeling insulted by your country. Sure, you have a reason why there, but you need more information than that. You can't just say like that and you think your life will go on easy and then you're gonna win. People are like the judge or the lawyer will actually need more research and actually more details of what you are trying to say. So they might agree or not agree to your opinion actually. So it depends. Third of all is not only the name shouldn't be changed, is depend on different type of name, not all of them actually. So what I mean by different type of name is that those names could that just go on by lots of year and well, I mean like 3 years, 5 years, and only for it to change. I mean like how many memory for it just to change. I'm really sure people who own the name might just change it for themselves. Sure, they own it, so they got a reason why. But then if that go on for a year and another year and more, and you just somehow stumble upon that name and then you feel insulted, well, you don't need to be like that because like it's gone number of years actually. So even though you are sensitive, lots of people won't because like if it go number of years, then those type of people who saw before you might actually tell that it is sensitive or hurtful to the country already. So yeah.
In conclusion,
So the in conclusion is sport team shouldn't really change the name because they need a valid reason.
I do. Perfection. Well done, Jenny. That was really good and well said. I like the vocabulary and the tenses you use. So tell me, Jenny, did you enjoy today's session?
Yeah.
Well done. And thank you for your excellent participation. I'm really proud of you, Jenny. You did really, really well today. So, Jenny, you must have a great day and I'll see you on Sunday.
Okay, you too.
Bye bye, Jenny. Well done.
Bye bye. Have great days.